Hey guys, Dennis Machina here. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and we are continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. So if you've missed everything so far, I do encourage you to go back and watch the first two episodes. I do have them all set up in a playlist. But just a quick recap, we decided to join a literature club around some pretty good looking girls. And in last week's episode, I was supposed to write a poem, and I also read it to Yuri, who is probably my favorite girl character so far. So with that being said, let's see who we got next. Let's go Monica. Hi Dan, having a good time so far? Yeah, good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Okay. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Yeah, you know, it's funny. That's actually kind of how I am. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dan. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Dan. Really? Wow, you read that really quick. Unless my poem is just one word. It's a lot cuter than I expected. I mean, I did pick a lot of positive words for mine. Ah, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Haha. If you say so, yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Wow, how did I mess up? That's so bad. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that could apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning though. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everything else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Okay. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ahaha. Ahaha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, bind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, wasn't too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Hahaha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of empathy recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. And empathy? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Okay, seems like a smart girl. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so we got 2 down, 2 to go. Let's go, I guess we'll work our way back up. Go Natsuki. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. And then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Whoa, apparently I'm a good writer, I guess. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. God. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Urgh. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. God. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she really liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Okay, let's see what we got here. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. I mean, I'm not an expert on poetry. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. No, I don't! Stop lying to her, Dan! Stop it! Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Which is probably why I didn't like it, because I took it too seriously. But isn't the point of the poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. You know? Now that you say that, that wasn't bad at all. I totally get it now. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. That's what it means to be a pro. Yep, she's not full of herself anyway. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Well, here we go. I don't really have any other choices. This is a good poem, Dan. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or did that say we wouldn't take it seriously? Sometimes I read too fast, I mess up words. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Dan. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Well, I could have told you that. Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks. I'm not sure if she sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee hee hee. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Well done. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? I didn't even think of that when she was writing. I didn't. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to yes or no questions. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean! I still tried my best. Aw, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. It's a good breakfast. I can go for that breakfast. I can go for some eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. Really is. The most important meal of the day. I get all cranky. That's why. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hee hee hee. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Aw, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarai and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns a poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. I feel like that's counterproductive. Which people did, by the way. Sorari liked it, and Dan did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Uh-oh, it's getting pretty heated in here. Ooh, it's getting hot. Getting hot. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Dan liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Why are you bringing me into this? No! Don't bring me into it! No! No! Stop it! Stop it! Don't bring me into it! I don't want to be in the middle of this! Oh god. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dan appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Seriously! I don't want to be involved in a catfight! Just leave me out of it! I'm just... Huh? And do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, snap! Oh, snap! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as they started showing up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what is happening right now? Oh, this is high school, I guess. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Oh, no. I don't want any part of this. Don't want any part of it. Go away. Away. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm not here, I swear. I can vanish. I can vanish. Dan, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she couldn't get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Dan. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Dan? What answer can I say that will quickly make me be able to go that way? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Ugh. Ladies. No need to fight over me. It's okay. It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Well, I didn't want to be placed in the middle of this, but I'm digging Yuri, so... You and me, girl. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. You know, for someone who doesn't know a lot about writing, I apparently know a ton. I see. Wasn't I supposed to be siding with her? It kind of feels like I was in the middle. I wonder what would have happened if I picked something different, if it was the same thing or not. Or maybe if I would have started on Natsuki. I don't know. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Oh, here we go. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, no one has taken her side. She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in the adjacent chair. Sigh. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Dan, you're too kind. You damn right. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. Oh, you mean, so, What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want any. Okay, everyone, it's just about that time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I did say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Dan, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Dan, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Sari beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sari and I have spent this much time together. And every time I have to pronounce a name, I always pronounce it differently. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sari? About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, Dan, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Okay. Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sari still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds. I pat her on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use her as an intentional monologue sometimes. Intentional? Internal monologue, that's what that said. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, so I get to write another poem. Alright, so I'm not quite sure what kind of poems I have to write to impress the right people. I guess maybe I'll have to do some research on that. I'll have to see where that goes. Anyway, that will do it for this week's episode. Got done reading everyone's poem and got to watch people fight for some reason over me. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this episode, and if you do, please give this a like. Comment down below, let me know your experiences with this game. Share it, as that's the one way to truly help this channel to grow. And subscribe, as I put out new videos every single day. And I'll see you guys next time.